A lot of people feel like that they are depressed, angry, irrational, sad, insufferable, intolerable, unlovable, beyond reproach. It's all kind of adjectives and expressions that I could say that I could attest to the collective feeling. I could even go beyond and speak on the higher emotions, because sometimes some people feel like when you experience sadness, loneliness, irritation, annoyance, judgment, jealousy, resentment, unforgiveness, stubbornness, whatever the emotion is, right? Or I would say it's so funny how we respond to what we perceive as negative or intolerable, even down to the language itself. Like, this stuff is so spelled against us that even the words, like, it's a double negative. It's like, okay, we give too much power to the bullshit. But if it really is bullshit, if that's the case, but I don't want to be insensitive because I feel at a spectrum, because I'm capable of experiencing the lows and the highs literally in a millisecond. It's like I could be here and there at the same time, and it's like, wow. I want to really come to terms with something. A lot of people are experiencing energetically, because emotions are energy and motion. So you're already experiencing some of the resistance that is to come. You're not currently facing, you're not facing resistance right now. You're in transition. You need to come to terms with what it feels like to have so much resistance while there isn't anything. Because when you're in that space, you will literally have no space, time, or opportunity to focus on those things. And if you give into that, you risk fragmenting your experience. So we could literally will ourselves forward by accepting what we're experiencing and not resisting the experiences that we feel we shouldn't be experiencing egoically. Like, who says that this isn't right? Who says that this isn't, like, this is what it's supposed to be? Get through it. Weather the storm. It's crazy how when I thought this, like, the thought of this doesn't sound like I've been having this phenomenon happen for years though. Like, some of the things that I think, I can't say. Like, it's not even, I can't, like, I'm very, I like to say I'm very articulate, very diverse within my understanding. Intellectually, I've experienced and I've got some academia behind me. I'm very well versed in a lot of things. Not as much as I could be and should be. But there are times when I know that I'm receiving some kind of divine message or coding or a new something, because literally every time I try to go to explain what the hell I just thought, it's like I can't even think. It's not even that I can't. I know exactly what I'm thinking. I know the exact thought. I know what I want to. I know exactly what I want to communicate. I know exactly what I'm trying to share. But there is no words, y'all. There is no words that I could think to explain what I'm thinking. It's kind of like it's shattering, and it's shattering. It's imploding within myself. I can't really describe it, but like the etymology, the curses, the spells, everything is so intense and so deep that we have to move past needing to verbally receive an explanation. Like, if some shit gotta be overstood, some shit gotta be understood, some shit you gotta stand the fuck in, stand the fuck up, stand the fuck like with. It's different, like, it's different modes. And all I can really just try to say and repeat, where it's like I said, I don't want to sound like a robot. I don't want to sound like, it's just like I feel crazy. It sounds foreign. Like, I can't figure out how to explain this shit. Okay, so to the best of my ability, I can give an example. Let's say you have a dream that you got into it with your favorite person. I don't care who it is. No, I don't care if it's a relative, friend. Let's just say you got into it with your fave, like into a very heated disagreement, argument. Y'all are not on the same accord. It is not good. And this thought is in your mind, and you're like, why would I think that? Like, nah, we're good. There's nothing going on. Like, I just spoke to them yesterday. Like, in real life, like, okay, in real time, like right here, right now, you're thinking, and the part of religious dogma, the world continues to tell us to go outside of ourselves, leave ourselves, escape ourselves, deny yourself to a certain extent, yes, but to what regard? Because if I continue to leave myself and deny myself and not know myself and not care for myself and all this release myself, then who am I allowing, and what am I allowing to embody this self that y'all telling me I need to detach from? I am this is me. So a lot of times you have to be open to the consciousness of what that is, infiltration. And you having these thoughts, and you are even questioning, nah, these not the right thoughts. Yes, I get if it's not like you know when it's like you having 1,000,001 thoughts a day, and you know when it's just like, come on, bro, like that's just not some shit I need to pay attention to. Yes, release it. But folk, if you pay attention to patterns, synchronicity, if you having the same type of thoughts, like, you're not tripping, you're not crazy, you're not insane. Stop trying to hijack yourself. Let yourself let yourself be and express what it's trying to express. Listen. So basically you're having this this whole experience, and you can't figure out why you're thinking about the fact that you and your best bud is not going to be besties no more. And because that's not the state of the relationship at current, you know, everything's good. Why would that be a problem? It's called preparation. It ain't even about putting a face to these things. Don't ever put a face to energy. That's our our humanity. But we are more spiritual, and we've been spiritual a lot longer and more than we've been the human. So we have to be open to the faculties of the divine, like, archetype. Like, this functionality, this setup, the brain, the body, the mind, the heart, all of the accordions, everything that makes this thing work is something that has existed prior to you coming into the knowledge of self, as far as your waking lifetime. A lot of us don't remember our past lives. A lot of us don't know about what that really entails. It's more like it's a balance with both, of course, because you need this human body to deliver and communicate the spirits. But it's preparation in the sense that you need to get familiar with detachment so that you're not too heavy when it's time to move and grow and expand and change and pivot, and you're not at the mercy of your human attachments. It doesn't discount the affection and the adoration and the true emotions that are felt, but to me, from what I've kind of like, I was like, it's not, something isn't like, this isn't happening because I like, come on, bro, I've been here, I've done that, I know that this isn't that. So it's like, okay, well, what is it? And it says, well, you have to be prepared to let it go. It doesn't matter who it is. It's just showing you, like, the attachment, the energy, the underlying, the root, the one speck of thing that could alter the trajectory. And it's like, you have to be so, because you can't serve two gods. So even, you know, our human attachments become what they become. And when you're having these thoughts of dissonance, of disconnection, of like, this isn't happening now, why am I? Because it's revealing to you, I'm not going to say a flaw within your design, because that's not the best way to explain that. But it's a signal, it's a sign, it's showing you that there's more to be discovered or assessed here, penetrated. Whether it's you understanding the value of that connection and the importance of that connection and the maintenance of that connection, or if it's the complete, this is what is inhibiting you. Like, don't put a face, because if you put a face, you're going to be crying for years. You're going to be stuck for years. What is the energy revealing to you on a pure energetic standpoint? It's a burden, in a sense. Not like in actuality, but in a sense of what's to come. And it's more so just a battleground, like you practicing for war. Like when you're in that space where you gotta focus on that, it's like it's gonna be that, because you've already dealt with it in the moments where it wasn't that, but it was that. So it's like there's no excuse. You have to be put on notice with what's going to happen and what's to come, regardless who is coming by. So, I don't know. I just found that an interesting perspective, similar to another thing I read. Okay, so a person was like, if you're constantly doubting if you have a bunch of like, if the majority of your thoughts are doubt, if like that's all you know to do, then use that in your benefit. Use what you know to do in your power. Like, don't let this shit run you amok. You take the bull by the horn and you decide, like, yeah, you might only got 3 legs. You might not. I don't know what's going on with your bull. But you take them horns and you do what you gotta do. Because life is already life. And, like, clearly that's happening. It's been happening. Before you came into, it was happening in your other life, you know? So, if most of your thoughts are doubt, then doubt your doubts. Like, if that's all you can do, then do what you can do in your benefit. I can't make it apply to every unique situation because it's hidden for me. It makes sense for me. It's like, damn, if I'm really gonna be doing this, then let me do this for real. If this really where I'm comfort at, if this is really where I'm at, let me optimize the situation. Stop feeling so overtaken by everything. You are not that. You don't have to be that. You can choose at any moment to be something else. And I believe I'm an overcomer, a victor, a money maker. Like, whatever I want, I get. Whatever I need, I have. So these are things I know, but it's like the moment to moment stuff get in the way. You know, it's like you be forgetting who you are sometime when life be lifing. But you gotta get back on track. You gotta learn how to and know how to get back on track. And that's why I say don't put a face to it, because there are people in your life who are meant to be there and support you. There are people who are only meant for the time that they were there. You need to let it go. You need to practice letting. You need to be ready for. You need to be ready for capacity, whether it's restricted capacity or mass capacity. That's what guards your heart. 423. Don't close your heart. Don't deny it. But be honest about the experiences you're having. And if you can't be honest to nobody else, be honest with yourself. Because life get tricky in that way. Life get real tricky in that way. And I just found that interesting. Like, I really... Like, what's a coincidence? Why do you, like... I don't even think that's natural. I think it's normalized because it's something that I feel like it's indoctrinated into us by Western society and academia and different shits that we get into. But I don't think it's natural to have this woe is me possessive, like, that doesn't even feel good. That's why we're so stuck. That's why it's easy for them to cause a lot of distraction and chaos in that realm, because it ain't even, it's like it's oblivion. It's literally like walking around in nothingness. I don't know, but we gotta get ourselves out of here, in the sense that we need to honor our trajectory, honor our coding, honor our paths. So yeah, I just feel like that's a way to like cope and kind of look at some of the lesser experiences that we don't like to embody for whatever reason, which I still like. I'm there with you, so I'm talking to myself here. You're right where you need to be. Everything you need, desire, want is right where you are right now, right here. And it's so unfortunate because it's like so many people will, like, they don't see their. So I didn't see. I don't see. I don't always see. So I know how dark and dense it could get. But I'm grateful for grace and mercy, because the amount of restrictions that I've placed because of my own discontentment with where I was, like, it's not okay. Like, people you love and care about, it's man, this life is something. It's something. And before I go any further, I'm just gonna spend the rest of my time processing, and hopefully, like, as I sort through my own jumble, anybody I just want people who can relate or who can find solace in some of the things I say. I want you to have it, because I know when I sought solace, I received So I feel like there's a different messenger for everybody. People communicate things differently. A lot of people might get more from what I didn't say, wasn't able to say, what I struggled to like that. Be the reason why I do this so much is because like I want to document this chaos. I like this madness in the sense that like this shit is insane to me, but it works. I'm still here, right? I'm not like I'm not into much, I do what I do, but yeah, it's relative to my human experience. But I think that thing, yeah, I think that thing that you're resisting to experience right now is that thing that's gonna get you further to wherever you think you want to be. And I know it's so like because you feel like you gotta face a giant. You feel like Goliath is before you. Woe is me. Why me? Why not? Who the fuck else? Look around you, baby. You you know the truth. You can live by it, or you can die by it. Either way, they happen. It happens. Um. So yeah, peace, new earth, new life, new love, new joy.